Once upon a time, in a peaceful ashram, a wise monk and his devoted disciple decided to embark on a journey. They set out to travel the country, seeking wisdom and new experiences. After days of walking, they came across a vast, empty field. In front of it stood a farmer, staring at the land. The monk, curious, asked the farmer, "Why aren't you working on your land? The field is empty." The farmer sighed and replied, "Last year, a drought destroyed all our crops. I fear it will happen again this year, so I've decided not to plant anything." The disciple, puzzled, asked, "But how do you know the drought will come again? And if you don't plant anything, how will you take care of your family?" The farmer smiled and said, "I have a cow that gives me milk. I'll sell her milk and manage for the year." After their conversation, the monk and disciple, tired from their journey, asked the farmer for shelter. The farmer kindly agreed, inviting them into his humble home. That night, as they rested, the monk had an idea, a plan to steal the farmer's cow. He woke his disciple in the dead of night and whispered, "Let's take the cow." But the disciple protested, "Master, this farmer has given us food, shelter, and kindness. How can we steal from him?" But the monk, convinced of his plan, persuaded the disciple, and under the cover of darkness, they stole the cow. Years passed. The disciple, now on his own journey of growth and reflection, returned to the same village. He went to visit the farmer, expecting to find him in poverty after losing his only possession, the cow. But to his surprise, the farmer was thriving. He was living better than ever before, and his wealth had increased. Curious, the disciple asked, "How did you manage to turn things around? How did you become so successful?" The farmer smiled and said, "The night your monk and you stayed at my house, my cow was stolen. At first, I thought it was the worst thing that could happen to me. But with no other choice, I had to return to farming. And that's when I realized something important. My prediction of another drought was wrong. The rains came, the crops grew, and I became the only farmer in the village with a harvest. I sold my crops at high prices and prospered." He paused, then added, "If the cow hadn't been stolen, I would never have returned to farming. I would never have experienced this success." Sometimes, it's the unexpected changes, the ones that seem like setbacks, that push us to do things we never thought possible. The disciple stood in awe. The farmer had turned a loss into a triumph, all because of a single, unexpected event. And in that moment, the disciple realized something crucial. Sometimes, life's challenges are the very things that lead us to our greatest opportunities. So remember, when things seem uncertain, when change feels uncomfortable, it might just be the beginning of something better. Embrace the challenges, trust the process, and know that even in the toughest moments, success is often born from adversity. Life doesn't always go as planned, but the key is how we respond. Just like the farmer, we have the power to turn setbacks into stepping stones. So, stay resilient, keep moving forward, and always believe that better days are ahead.